we have something that's not supposed to exist, which is a U2 multi-track. And this came directly off a 2-inch reel that somebody found. This is Two Hearts Beat as One, and we will listen to it. We will listen to it, and then I'll talk and do the usual thing. Want to hear some Simpty? All right. That is incredible. That was off the War album, and that was where I kind of got hip to the band. It came out in 1983. It is produced by Steve Lillywhite, who is responsible for producing some of the most brilliant albums and enduring and important albums of the 80s. And he did great work in the 90s and this century as well, but his work in the 80s is so seminal. This is engineered by Paul Thomas, and it was recorded at Windmill Lane, I believe. Let's take a look. Yeah, it was recorded at Windmill Lane in Dublin, and this is their third record. And it is, of course, Larry Mullen Jr. on the drums, and Adam Clayton on the bass, and the Edge on guitar, and Bono on the vocals. Let's see, what do we have here? So we have, I put this in order of the way that it was tracked, because I had the track sheet, and this came from an actual 2-inch that I transferred that somebody found. And the first thing is the first two tracks are the overheads. Should have asked Steve more about this. I was talking to Lily White earlier. I just was asking about the room mics, but those sound like 87s or 86s to me as the overheads. It's your bass drum. This is your snare mic. It could be a top and bottom summed together, like sane people do. It does not sound just like a top mic to me. There is one mic marked that was on the track sheet as ambient. We have the hi-hat. And we have a pair of stereo rooms, which are heavily compressed. And this is why we love compression, because you can make the decay of a room sound longer and bigger. So that's fun. And there is, let's see, we have a snare effects, which sounds like left and right. I'm gonna guess PCM 42. I could be wrong, but it's some obnoxious, it's some really obnoxious delay that is very 80s. And let's put it all together. And we have that sounds like rock. There's some toms in that bridge and percussion. Hold on, here's the percussion and the toms. An overdub with some type of gated reverb. That's the percussion. And I could not read the track sheet. It looks like it said Exting of Vischer, but I have no idea what that is. But that's the other sound that's in with those in the bridge. And what's going on there? Very creative. All right. There you have the drums and the drum sounds. There are two bass tracks. We have one that is, it's the same bass, it's the same take. There's this. And then there's wait, we hear some counting on one. The other one, do we have counting? Okay, we don't have counting in that one, which is leading me to believe this is in fact a DI. Because there's not a microphone, so that's a direct box blended with the amp. And then the two of them together. And that DI, of course, is giving you a lot of treble response and definition that you're unlikely to get from a bass amp. I'm going to guess that is it's playing with a pick. Is that a P bass? Definitely round wound strings with a low action. Oh! Punch for the chorus. Slightly different tone. Is it a punch or a pedal? Hold on, let's check that out. So this is a distinct possibility. There could be some type of distortion pedal on the verse, and it gets kicked off for the chorus, and that's not a punch. I'm gonna roll pedal. All right, let's talk about the Edge's guitar parts. This one is on the track sheet as original guitar. Hear the Echoplex. What's he doing the chorus on that one? The Edge, who, you know, just a guy who comes up with really interesting, simple, and very musical stuff. This is the scratching one, which is labeled as Guitar 2, I think. That's how it works with the other guitar. You know, his sense of rhythm is really amazing, and it's just very exciting. Oh, there's something here called Hat FX, which I missed. And if we bring in the hat, it's a delay. That's all it is. Okay. And the Edge does something in the chorus on the guitar, which almost sounds like a harmony or another vocal part when he goes. Up there. So it's this. Harmonic. And in the mix, it sort of sounds like a voice. And there's something labeled Vox FX going on in that section also. That very cool. I wonder if that's the Edge singing on that. There was a track labeled, it just says Vocal FX. There was a track labeled Edge background, and then they put SMPTE over it. So maybe that was it before the thing. Let's listen to the star of the show, which is Bono, before I run out of time. This one's labeled master vocal. There's a couple other takes, but this is master.
I don't know which side I'm on. I don't know my right from left, or my right from wrong. I don't know just where I am when I'm with you. They say I'm a fool, they say I'm nothing. But if I'm a fool for you, oh, that's something. Two hearts beat as one. Two hearts beat as one. Two hearts.
I don't know if he'd gone to his handheld technique yet, and this doesn't sound like it.
I can't stop the dance, honey. This is my last chance. I say, can't stop the dance. Maybe this is my last chance. Two hearts beat as one. Two hearts beat as one. Two hearts.
What a phenomenal singer.
I don't know how to say what's got to be said. I don't know if it's black or white. There's other see it red. I don't get the answers right. I'll leave that to you. Is this love out of fashion? Or is it the time of year? Are these words distraction to the words you want to hear? Two hearts beat as one. Two hearts beat as one.
And that's all the time we have. That was a real treat for me, and I hope you guys dug that too. All right.